confidence is a skill that you can actually learn, and confidence can actually make your life better or actually impede your life and not have you be as successful as you can in different areas of your life. And what's really important to understand is that the people that you associate with and surround yourself with 1000% can either help you have more confidence, feel better about your life, or do just the opposite. So that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So let me give you an example of how I learned this really, really early on in my life. So I remember being in the bus going to school when I was in a foster home. And you got to think about this. Like, when I was 15, living in a foster home, and I remember already feeling very insecure, zero confidence because I kind of was the outsider. Everyone seemed like they had normal lives, normal families, normal everything, and I didn't. And so I didn't have any confidence. And I remember being on the bus and seeing different people and thinking to myself, I want to hang out with those people. Like, I want to make those people my friends. But I lacked like the feeling of self-worth or anything, quite frankly, to be able to do that. But the good news was that just by even thinking that and seeing myself in those situations, right, at a very young age, I became friends with the people that I saw on the bus that I wanted to become friends with. And here's how this really can apply to you and to your life. And that is that I associated myself with girls in my high school. They had really good families. They were good kids, right? They cared about doing the right thing. We did things like we drank every once in a while and things like that, but they were actually really, really good kids. And they helped me want to be a better person. And so got to think about this. Like, I was at a time in my life where I could have either gone one way or another. Understand the statistics for kids that are in foster homes. Less than 1% of kids actually go to college. Most end up on drugs. Many kids that are in foster homes, they end up in prostitution. You like doing sex work to stay alive, end up on drugs, mental disorders, you name it. Very few, let alone have a good life or go to college. The group that I associated with, because they had the same goals, right? They had good families, they had good aspirations, they were kind of doing the right thing, is what helped me be able to, again, see myself in them and go towards that path. They gave me the confidence, right, that if they can do it, I can do it. And that's what I did. I ended up going to college, I got a loan, I worked full time, put myself through school, and it kind of all started from there. So let's talk about how confidence relates to you in just every aspect of your life. So like, when you feel good about something and you're like, oh, I feel good about this, like I can do this, you have you're using stop, step, and switch. You have the confidence to feel like you can kind of achieve anything and everything. It's hard to get there, right? It's hard to get that way all the time. But one of the things that I've noticed is that when I associate with other people who are going towards the direction that I'm going to go in, that have the same goals, the same aspirations, the same values, even at a young age, right? That it completely can change everything in your life. Especially like we think that children are very formidable, right? Like they see things other people do and they get like, my parents used to always say when I was younger, bad association spoils useful habits. And I believe that to be so true, but I also understand that good association enhances useful habits, right? So when you can associate with people who are going towards and doing the things that you want to do, number one, it gives you the confidence that you can do it too, because energy goes where focus flows. What you think about becomes, right? It's all, again, using our mind, training our brain, not just about what we're doing on the inside, but who we're hanging out with on the outside. So one of the things I want you to think about, if you're struggling in confidence, like let's take different situations. Now, my situation was when I was younger, it kind of started there, right? Not feeling good about myself, feeling unworthy, feeling unloved, not feeling likable, and then finally meeting a group of friends that made me change that. But let's talk about like you in a situation that you might be going through right now. Maybe you're not feeling confident about money. Maybe you're not feeling confident about, maybe you want to get into a relationship, or maybe you are trying to change careers and you're working for somebody else and you are at a point where you're like, I want to work for myself. I want to do my own thing, but you lack the confidence to do it. I want you to think about, what do you think that you could do that will help you feel more confident to be able to get the result that you want, to be able to do the thing? I want to relate the confidence right now for women that are, at a point in their life where they're ready to do more, to be more, to have more, to want more. And they've done really, really good at raising their children, right? Or supporting their husband, supporting their spouse, whatever it might be. They've done such a good job being the caretaker of everyone else. being the hero of everyone else, and they're at a point in their life where now they're like, I want to be my own hero. Like they're at a point in their life where they feel, and remember, I'm just talking about one scenario. This can be a different scenario for you. I'm just using this as an example because this is how I was, right? I was at a point in my life at one time where I'm like, I want more for myself. I had to because my husband cheated on me, my ex-husband, and I was left with nothing, and I had to become my own hero. And so, but I had to find the confidence, okay? So I'm relating this to women right now that maybe, like I said, they have kids and husbands, and they've been doing everything to support everyone else. They've done an amazing job, so they have the confidence for that, but they lack the confidence, they lack the conviction to actually start taking care of themselves. They lack the conviction and the confidence to start doing their own thing, whether that be, not as involved, but still involved, obviously, at taking care of their family and taking care of their husband and supporting him and their kids. Or maybe they're at a point where they've been working for somebody else and they're, helping somebody else's, fulfill somebody else's dreams, being that full-time employee, and they're doing great at it, but they're afraid to go out on their own because they're used to the stability of the finances. They're used to that check coming in. They're used to the insurance. They're used to all these things. And now they lack the confidence to do it on their own. So here's what I would do. Number one, if I was in that situation specifically, which is what I did do, or if I was in a different situation, first thing I would do is I would remind myself at what a great job that I did taking care of my family. I mean, do you know how hard it is to be to take care of kids? Do you know how hard it is to take care of a man? I mean, they're like 3 kids all in one. It's a lot of work. So if you can do that, ladies, you can do anything. Okay, you can absolutely do anything. And also, when you're staying home taking care of kids, that's the hardest job in the world. I have heard so many men say, oh, I can't wait till Monday comes because I get to leave all the stress that's happening in my home. Well, you deal with it 24/7. So I want you to understand that if you can take care of your family, the kids, the school, the homework, the finances, the husband, and all that, you can do anything. So tell yourself that, man, I've done that. I can do anything. Now let's put this into perspective. If you're a working person, okay, working woman, not only are you most likely taking care of maybe just yourself or your family and your husband or your partner, your spouse, whoever it might be, you're also doing that and working. And you're doing a darn good job at it so well that you know that if you just did it for yourself, oh my gosh, what could you accomplish? But then there's that little voice in your head that tells you, no, you can't do that. What about the kids and the mortgage and the insurance and the husband and all these things? It's not going to work for you. Insert your name. No. Stop, step, and switch. If you have taken care of your family, because thinking that way is not going to get you the result. Snap, stop, step, and switch, and change that around. If you can do that, ladies, you can do anything. It's the hardest job in the world. You need to have the confidence to know that if you could do that, you can do anything. Okay, and I get that there's scary things that come up. They were scary for me too. So the first thing is understanding you've got this dream. That I want you to pull back from other times in your life that you were confident and you did things. I want you to remind yourself that if you could do that, you could do this. Okay? Then start surrounding yourself and associating with people who want the same things, that are going to inspire you, encourage you, and lift you up, right? Your confidence comes from who you associate with, your community, your people, and find the right people. Choose wisely. Utilize this group. And then lastly, write stuff down. Look at it every day. Write it down. Visualize it. Think about it. Go back to that book. I want you to see yourself succeeding. And then you've got to take action. You've got to take action. I'm not telling you just to quit your job right now or stop doing anything. I'm thinking, can you spend a couple hours a day? You can. You can spend a couple hours a day. You might think, oh my gosh, I don't have a couple hours a day. Yes, you do. We all have the same amount of time every day. All right. So I hope this is helpful. I want to hear about what time in your life did you do something really well? How can you build upon that confidence? Put it in the chat, because it's going to help somebody else think, oh my gosh, I didn't think about that, right? Start getting groups together that we can help each other and support each other, and write it down. Do me a favor, show me a picture of your screenshot. I want to see this. This stuff works, because the more confidence you have, that confidence is going to give you a feeling inside, right? A feeling that makes you want to do it, that makes you want to take action. And I'll see you on the next channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.